You are given a set of data and asked to create a pivot table in an Excel job interview, but you have no idea because you didn't pay attention to your college classes. Sounds horrific, right? Well, that's why I'm here to make you understand the pivot table with the easiest examples. A pivot table is a tool in Excel that allows you to quickly summarize data in your spreadsheet. To illustrate how to create a pivot table, let's look at a simple example. Here we have a table of data containing order information. Let's use a pivot table to summarize this information and display the total quantity for each order. To get started, highlight the cell where you would like to create the pivot table. In this example, I have selected cell A1 on sheet 2. Next, select the Insert tab from the toolbar at the top of the screen. In the Tables group, click on the Pivot Table button. A window called Create Pivot Table should appear. Select the range of data for the pivot table. In this example, I'll select cell A1 to F14 in sheet 1. This will be the source of data for our pivot table. Now, click on the OK button. A blank pivot table should now appear on sheet 2 of your spreadsheet. Next, we will choose the fields to add to the pivot table. To add order ID and quantity, select the checkboxes next to these fields. By default, these fields are added to the pivot table as summed values. Since we would rather see each order ID individually as a row in our pivot table, we will drag sum of order ID from the value section to the row section. Now each order ID is displayed as a row in the pivot table. However, Excel has defaulted the title in cell A1 to say row labels. Let's change the title to something more meaningful, such as order ID. Our pivot table now shows all of the order information summarized. We can see the order ID values displayed in row with the total quantity for each order. This completes the interview question and our example of how to create a pivot table in Excel. Thanks for watching this video.